Hi, welcome back to the Brooks Edit. If you have been thinking about getting Microlocs, then this is the video for you. Now, before we get started, let me be clear. I love Microlocs. I have Microlocs. So this is not a video to discourage anyone from getting Microlocs. After wearing braided Microlocs for 2 years, combing them out, and then starting over with twisted Microlocs, there are some things I wish someone would have told me before I began my journey. So here's my advice to you. Don't get Microlocs unless you're prepared for what comes with them. Don't get Microlocs unless you're prepared for what comes with them. So let's talk about it. First, don't get Microlocs unless you're financially prepared. One of the biggest misconceptions about Microlocs is that they are low maintenance because they're natural, they're beautiful, but they are not cheap. The installation itself can cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the size, the density, and the length of your natural hair. And then there's maintenance. Many people are so surprised when they find out that reties can cost anywhere from $200 on the low end to $400 or more every 6 to 8 weeks, depending on your loctician and your location. And so if you just think about that over the course of a year, that's a significant investment. So before getting Microlocs, ask yourself, are you prepared for the ongoing cost of maintenance? Not just the installation. Second, don't get Microlocs unless you're willing to be selective about the products that you use. One thing I didn't fully understand in the beginning was how many products that I had already been using, I had to stop using. So like the creams, the butters, the heavy oils, the gels, edge control, any type of styling products, it can cause significant buildup in your Microlocs. And unlike loose natural hair, buildup can be very difficult to remove once it gets strapped inside your locks. So that means you're going to have to be very careful. You're going to have to read the ingredients, the labels. You're going to simplify your routine. And sometimes you're going to have to give up those products that you love and have spent so much money on. What I have learned is that Microlocs often thrive when you keep things simple. So now I only spray with water and I make oil 1 to 2 times a week. Third, don't get Microlocs unless you are ready to trust the process. Microlocs go through stages. They can look frizzy, uneven, they can bunch, they can swell. Some days they will look amazing, and other days they're going to make you wonder, what did you sign up for? The journey requires patience, a lot of patience. The fourth thing, and this is probably the most important thing that I've learned, is don't get Microlocs unless you find a knowledgeable and experienced loctician. My first set of braided Microlocs taught me a very expensive lesson. When I tell you they were installed so beautiful, like they were beautiful. My maintenance wasn't being done properly. I was receiving reties, but my entire locks were not being maintained. So over time, I developed too many knots because my reties were being passed through too many times. And so some areas became weak, some areas became damaged. And eventually, I made the difficult decision to comb out my 2-year-old Microlocs and start over. That was heartbreaking. So when you're researching a loctician, don't just look at installation photos. Ask questions. How do you handle weak spots? How do you correct pass-throughs? What is the maintenance process? How often do you recommend your clients to come in for reties? Do they have experience maintaining mature Microlocs? because installation is only the beginning, right? Maintenance is what determines the long-term health of your locks. And I have spent thousands of dollars simply because my maintenance was done poorly. Fifth, don't get Microlocs unless you're committed for the long haul. Microlocs are not a hairstyle that you casually try for a few months. For most people, this is years of commitment. There will be appointments. There will be maintenance. There will be learning curves. And there may even be moments when you question your decision. But I can assure you, if you are committed, patient, and working with the right professional, the results can be beautiful. So now, despite everything I've shared today, I still chose Microlocs again, and I would choose them again and again and again. So even after combing out my first set, I love the versatility, the beauty, and the freedom that Microlocs gave me. I just wish I had known more before I started. Because before I got Microlocs, I had traditional locks for 4 years, and I combed them out and got my Microlocs. So I have been locked a total of almost 7 years. So if you are considering Microlocs, I hope this video helps you make an informed decision. If you are currently on your Microloc journey, leave a comment below and tell me what you wish you had known before getting started. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me here on the Brooks Edit for more lifestyle, beauty, wellness, and real life conversations. Until next time, take care.